So I work in HR and I left federal service and started working for a privately held company that did senior care, long-term care, and we had a norovirus outbreak in late 2015. Yeah, it was so bad the state actually came in and shut us down. I was literally sitting at my desk getting sick in the garbage because I needed to be at work to make sure people were getting paid, who was going home, who's not, that kind of stuff. I was sick for probably, I think it was 2 to 3 weeks. By January of 2016, I started having a lot of weird symptoms. I was getting pain in my feet, my legs hurt all the time. And then I started to have really weird experience where everything on me started to swell. I looked like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I gained 60 pounds of puffiness, a lot. And then just as quick, I lost all the weight and my doctor was concerned, cancer, right? That's their first thought, cancer. I went to, I think, 3 different oncologists. I went to rheumatologists. After about 3.5 years, one of my friends said, go to my hematologist at the Mayo Clinic. So she helped me get an appointment. And I went in and he said, well, it's not anything related with your blood at this point. There's something else going on. So he transferred me to the rheumatology department. And he said, did anyone ask you about that norovirus? And I said, no. And he said, because I think that's what triggered this. It's an autoimmune response and it's called reactive inflammatory arthritis. So my body's acting like it has rheumatoid arthritis, but I don't. Part of the treatment started in January 2020. After a few months, they decided they needed to add a different medication, not getting enough of an effect. So I switched from the pill methotrexate to injections. That's not fun. I do that every week. But every time it's a fight to get it approved. And my doctor, he's like, this is the thing she needs. And the insurance company battles him up with that. The one that was worked up to the point of I started having dizzy spells so bad that I couldn't drive, and I would literally fall out of chairs and I would fall down walking, like just drop to the floor. They didn't like that and they sent him a list, and we literally have to go through everyone on this list, whether or not it's working. These are medications that are $4,000 to $6,000 a month. And you want me to try it and go through this whole list when he's saying, this one over here is what she needs. So this last time, November, it was before Thanksgiving, he said, stop that secondary, keep up with the methotrexate. I'm gonna let that get out of your system, the secondary, and we're gonna get you a new one. I did not get my new secondary medication until March. Now imagine the damage that happens when that medicine gets out of your system that was working. I had energy, I didn't hurt all the time, my headaches were gone, I could think straight, I could do things. I went back to swollen joints, could barely walk, barely move, I have headaches, I can't sleep, all my labs were wonky again, everything was off. Finally got the medication mid-March, and again, that's about $5,000 a month for 4 injections. So that's a lot of money for a trial medication. So it's just frustrating to me because my health keeps up and down, back and forth. You know, I'm middle-aged. I shouldn't have these kinds of problems. And my biggest problem is my insurance company. And that's why I don't like being forced to wait for months. And the Care Over Cost campaign will hopefully help hold insurance companies accountable, because right now that's all for profit. And I don't believe it's for actual healthcare. It's an insurance industry, not a healthcare industry. If I could get what I need in a timely fashion and not have to wait months for testing or for medication, it just would, I think, open up a whole nother realm of possibility for me that I could get my life back. Because since this happened, I feel like I don't have a life. I really don't. I've got damage to my joints. I've got potential damage to organs. I've got white spots in my brain where it's choked off the tiny, tiny veins. So this is no way to live. And healthcare to me is not a privilege, it's a right. It's a human right of dignity. Why would you not want everyone in your society healthy and functioning and working towards the same goal versus sick all the time and struggling and GoFundMe? And it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy to me.